Hello. There we are. Technical difficulties. Welcome to our black screen show here.
It doesn't work if you don't add yourself to the screen. And once again, we have our delayed
playback.
Podcast. Hello, everyone. Obviously, we're not all here. It is February.
We're
26th.
not all here. Are you talking about mentally
We're
or something?
not all here.
I'm all here. I don't know about you.
It is February 26th, 5 o'clock on the West Coast, 8 o'clock on the East Coast. Welcome, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We have a fun show tonight.
Welcome to our show.
We just came off a show with the Disney Nerd Herders where we talked about...
Jim from More Sunshine, Please was on there too.
And we talked about leap year. We had some interesting facts with the Mayans.
Oh, yes.
And how they found out about leap year.
Your made-up story.
But we thank you guys. I'm Derick.
I'm Greggory.
And if you forget our names, the good thing, you can just refer to us as Little Explorer.
Or Big Explorer. And Big Explorer.
D&G Explorers. And if this is the first time you are seeing us, welcome.
Welcome to the show.
We're not always yahoos, but we like to have fun.
He's the yahoo, not me.
And we love Disney.
He just likes to include me in everything.
Exactly.
As far as the yahoo part.
We love Disney, but we also love to cruise. So our goal is
to go cruising on cruise ships.
Yes. Our goal is to combine both families together.
I'm all really
so give you information on both. What cruising is like and what Disney is like. So we hope you guys enjoy this show. We're really just going to be discussing.
We're just going to wing it.
We're going to wing it. These are the 5 cruises that we've gone on.
Make Bob proud. Wing it.
With Disney. These are the cards, in case you're asking or wondering what they are. These are the cards you get when you go on a cruise. And this is what you put into the doors.
I thought those were playing cards.
But also when you... get access to your door. So you can see we've gone on 3 Disney cruises and we have 2 Norwegian cruises, but we do have another Norwegian
that actually gives you the controls to turn on the electricity in your room too.
Yeah.
But we actually, during our Disney last cruise on the Fantasy, we were given these cool nifty cards that you can stick into the slot so that you don't have to use your key card. And then you just pull that out. It has a magnet and you stick it on the wall.
We did. Do you want to say hello to Who's In, Greg? Because it looks like we have some.
Hello to Who's In. Oh, wait, you want me to read off of it? Okay.
That would be good.
So we have Nautical Nurse Nancy, Blaine 2007, Taser Travel, Dreamer's Empire, Will Cooper, Juan Rodriguez, Nathan's Boat Reviews, Steve's Worlds, and Jack Santa Claus Logan. I'm trying not to miss anybody. Noah the Disney World Fan 16, and Pam's Fam. So welcome everybody to our show.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us. So a few things.
Happy birthday, Pam's Fam. Happy
birthday. Do you want to sing happy birthday to her? Okay, maybe.
I'm okay.
But
happy birthday.
We'll spare you. And instead, Pam, Dilly Dilly from D&G Explorers.
Don't try to put me on the spot and make me sing.
Noah is frog hopping over to D&G Explorers from the Disney Nerd
Nathan's
Herders.
Boat Reviews.
Welcome. This and That is coming on today at 9 o'clock. So Steve's World is a part of that. So they have their own channel. There's 4 different channels that are doing This and That. But check out Steve World at 9, as well as for the cruising fans, the ship show is on at 9 o'clock, which is John and
Oh, it's not your birthday till Halloween? Oh well, happy early birthday then. And Nathan's Boat Reviews, that's kind of what we were saying.
You're hitting the...
Oh, sorry. I just was trying to give a little motion censorness there. So that's what we were saying earlier, is that you don't have to use your key card. We were given... I don't know where they're at. They're like nifty cards that have magnets on them in our physics center that we did for the first time on the Disney Fantasy.
Any card will
and you stick it in the slot. Yeah, but these were made nice for us, and they had like the They had like some pictures on them and stuff for the cruise. So you could even use a credit card. I don't think I'd want to use a credit card though. But yeah, you could technically put any plastic card in there and that will fit and it'll work just fine.
I was half through what I was saying. I saw Greg's hand move. It's John and York from the ship show, which they go on at 9 o'clock too. So there's a lot of activities on Wednesdays. So a lot to choose from.
Nancy.
Yes, and before us is a Disney
She
nerd.
likes my ears.
I don't have. Norwegian doesn't have any ears, unfortunately, that we can wear. So I'm not wearing.
Well,
them.
it's not Disney. I know you're wearing the Norwegian Bliss shirt,
Exactly.
and I'm actually wearing the Disney cruise line shirt, but then on the back it has like more of a picture on it, which I really wish the picture was in the front, but oh well.
Oh wow, Josh Holcomb is also on at 9 o'clock, and I think Resort TV 1 is actually came on the same time we did too. So
one volunteers to use my credit card. No, I'm okay. One, I think you have a credit card you can use though if you'd like.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and get started on the show. We have been on.
We've been started on the show.
Well, the main.
This
topic.
is all part of the show, everybody.
We've been on 5 cruises so far. I would tell you there's a lot going on when you go on a cruise, and the main thing is
Cruising Through Life. Welcome, NK Atwood.
If you know me and you watched our show, I have what I call the Suhek binder, which has all the information that I need. I try to stay as organized as I can. But it hasn't prevented. I'm trying to hit play so I can keep this thing going, and for some reason, no.
It is a very nice day in California.
It's like the warmest day we've had in a while. The last 2 cruises, I've lost something. So on the Escape in September, when we went on the NCL Escape, I left my debit card. When you check in through, we went through United, and they have the mobile kiosk that you check into. I left my card inside the slot as I was trying to get everything adjusted. I left it there. So I had to obviously renew that. The last cruise on the Disney Fantasy that we just went on in early February, I lost my driver's license. So, yeah, a lot going on. And I'm pretty sure I lost it at the security when they go through the check-in at the airport. So today I had to go into... as you know, they are now changing to the live IDs that everyone has to. If you're traveling, you have to change to. Greg has recently done it.
To the real ID,
yeah.
Not the fake ID, but the real ID.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to go to Vegas with my mom over in March, and I need to have a license to show the rental car.
I might go. I don't know.
And I needed some kind of some card. So when I went to try to get an appointment on DMV. It was
welcome, Jim. It's been so long since we've seen you.
Mike Wheeler joined us. Welcome. So when I went to set an appointment, the first appointment available was April 9th.
Ribbit.
Here we are. What did I say? February 20th. April was so today, on my day off, I went an hour and a half before, about an hour and 15 minutes before the DV opened.
He was the first one in line. Technically, he said there was a guy by their car waiting. And then he said, oh, I'll let him know that he's first when it's time to go in. We kept talking about it. And then I said, did you tell the guy yet that he's going to be first? No, I'm going to tell him in a little bit. And then they come outside. What are you here for? And then he just tells them, walks right in. And he was actually the first one. I said, wow, you were trying to be nice, and you just totally
I felt
forgot
bad.
about him.
The problem was that he was Latino, and he only spoke Spanish.
That was the problem?
Well, I couldn't have a conversation with him because unless I'm saying, are you hungry, and where's the bathroom, I couldn't talk to him in Spanish.
He was second in line, so he got fast service anyway, but... Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
But anyway, I got all that corrected, and it took me about 30 minutes through DMV. So I'm all set to get my driver's license or the real ID. So that was a good thing that happened.
The only difference is that it has like a star on it or something, and it's really for travel purposes. Otherwise, you have to have your passport, which you have to have anyway when you're cruising, but I just thought, okay, I'm just going to do it and get it over with, because I'm sure at some point it's going to be mandatory that you have it. They're just going to say everybody has to have it at some point, even if you're not traveling. So it's better just to have it now and not even worry about it.
We also have Jim Datlin, which, if I'm right, this is the first time you've watched us, so thank you. I like watching your videos, very informative, and have helped me plan our next cruise on the NCL Bliss through the Panama Canal next January. Love watching you guys and cruise with Ben and David. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Mike Wheeler is gonna. He said, "Don't tell Pam." Pam's on the chat, but her out. And Blaine said, "You can't give them to her till October." I don't know if they'll still be good by then, but you could try.
So for this show, we're going to do things a little bit differently.
Hey, Disney Nerd Herders. Welcome.
Welcome, guys. Thank you for having us on your show. We will tell you, our number one watch show on the of our channel has been the we don't do here. They need to be, I'm hungry and have to use the bathroom. The things, our number one video that we had on our show with the most views is our likes and dislikes of the NCL Bliss. That's by far our number one video. We are in the process of, because now since we had originally planned it, we've also sailed on the Disney Magic. We've sailed on the NCL Escape and the Disney Fantasy. With those 4 videos, we are going to do a review of each of those, of what we liked and we disliked. And then we're going to say, at this point in our career, who do we like better, Disney or Norwegian? So career. I don't want our YouTube career, because, you know, it's a learning experience and it is a job. So I'm trying to have Greg to keep it as neutral as we can, because we want to kind of reveal those in the videos. But we'll talk about our good experiences and some of our bad experiences on the, if we've had
that's
any,
not keeping it neutral.
On the if we've had any. But you guys, if you have any questions when we're discussing the cruises that we've been on and kind of where we've gone and just kind of our moments, because we are kind of reliving and just winging the show tonight, pop those in the comments. And Blaine, I hope it's not everyone who's buffering on the end. So we'll try our best to keep an interaction with the chat. But I think we're ready to go from
We have Wanda Chiquita Bonita Banana Byram on the show,
who is going to go on a cruise tomorrow. So
yes,
Wanda, have a great cruise. I'm looking to see the pictures, because I think you take the best pictures of anyone that I've ever seen. Did we say hi to Blaine 2007? I think we did, right?
Did, and we had Pepper Tree Villa on the show.
Why
do I sound like a talk show host?
I don't know. Blaine said,
"Come on down."
NCL will win. Never been on either, though. And then we have Pepper Tree Villa, our boys from California, who are we going to meet in a couple of weeks. We're going to meet them in Santa Cruz on the boardwalk. I beg
to differ on Norwegian being the best. I'm sorry.
Yes, and I think we said hello to Mike Wheeler, but Mike, if we haven't, thank you for joining us tonight. We appreciate it.
Nurse Nancy loves, "Come on down." We should do a D&G Explorers.
Yeah. So our first time that we went cruising, my very first cruise that I went on, that we're not really going to talk about, well, I guess we are, because I'm going to explain it, was back in 1993 on Premier Cruise Line.
And it doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, you're probably wondering, who? Premier Cruise Line was, in the day, the official cruise line of Walt Disney World. So this was before any Disney ship was in existence. So they did have Disney characters on it. I will tell you, the premier ship we were on, which was called the Atlantic, looked more like a tugboat. And I learned very early on in my cruising career that I need to take Dramamine and use the C-bands, because I got sick within an hour after the ship left port, and I was throwing up all night repeatedly. I mean, it was horrendous. The next day we went to Nassau. I was able to keep everything down, and I was able to keep the motion sickness pills down. So that was my first experience with cruising. But for Greg and I, our first cruise was on the Disney Dream. Greg's laughing.
Juan Rodriguez. I remember seeing that in the theater too. 1993. That was my first time at a movie theater. I saw Jurassic Park. I was in 3rd grade.
Yes.
That was a cool movie in the theater.
Sorry, I'm looking at the chat too. So our first cruise was on the Disney Dream. So the Disney Dream, we went on September 23rd, 2016. And it was only a 3-night cruise. It was until...
That was just enough to get your toes dipped in the water, and then you want more.
Yeah, 926. I wish I knew then what I know now about cruising. If there's anything I would recommend to someone, I would say definitely stay for a longer cruise.
Do a 7-day.
Or 5 or 4.
I would say a 7 because it's well worth it. You get your money's worth, and it's just a lot of fun.
But a 3 is too short because once you're getting your feet wet, the cruise is over. And particularly with Disney, they have rotational dining restaurants, and there's 3 of them. So that's part of their main dining room. So you're going to go to 3 restaurants. They also have a pirate night. So if you do a 4-night cruise, you're going to be able to experience pirate night, which that means on the main dining room, you will have the menu is changed to the pirate. The crew is dressed up as pirates, but that gives you a chance to experience the 3 other restaurants
and you
how
can
they're
dress up as a pirate too
on that night. Yes,
it's a lot of fun.
If you do a 4-night cruise, at least you can go like for Animators Palette. You get to see the Animators Palette show. Depending on, because every restaurant is a little bit different. Your staff, your waiters.
Welcome, Rafael Zangano, to the show.
Welcome. Your staff and crew will follow you from room or from a restaurant to restaurant, so you're not with a different staff every night. And they get to know what you want. You can request certain things, like we learned.
Hey, Alana and Valencia.
We learned that you can ask for escargot, which we started asking for it, and every cruise since then, we're
hooked on escargot now.
Every cruise since then, they've given us escargot, and every night, even if they have to bring it over from a different restaurant, they will.
Well, except for this last one, we told them the first night they couldn't do it the first night, but every other night after that, except for Palo Night, they did it for us. But on the Dream and the Magic, they gave it to us the night that we asked, and that's not a bad thing. We didn't want to. Inconvenience them or anything.
Yeah.
So, but it was nice that they did it the rest of the time.
Juan Rodriguez said, my first boat ride was a whale watching boat off Long Beach.
Blaine Escargros.
In Rainbow Harbor in 5th grade. It was so much fun, but there was no whales anywhere. That is sad.
I didn't know if I was going to like escargot. Hey, no one escargot. But they use a really good buttery garlicky sauce type of thing. And it's really good, surprisingly. So don't knock it till you try it.
Some nights aren't as good as others, but when it's done right, it's good. And Nurse Nancy, we are in a community that is not afraid to show the love. Definitely.
Disney Nerd Herders is asking how it's very chewy.
But it's not chewy like a mussel or anything like
that.
No,
it's like kind of like you're eating chicken in a way, really.
I think it's like a mushroom to me.
Yeah, it has a consistency of a mushroom, but it just tastes like chicken in a way. I don't know how you really explain it, but it's just really good. That's all I know. And so if you get a chance, I would try it.
Taser Travel said escargot is okay. It seems what makes it best is a garlic butter, and I would agree. Yeah. It definitely makes the big difference on it. I'm open to try anything at once.
Hey, Kevin Brubaker, welcome.
Even frog legs. So
I don't know if I don't know if I can go as far as that. You kill a frog just for the legs when there's meat, I'm sure, on the rest of the frog. I just don't know if you could eat all that.
Exactly. Some of the highlights of the Disney Dream, it was we went to Nassau, and then we also went to Castaway Cay, which was Disney's private island. So a couple of things with that. We weren't doing vlogs. I saw that.
No Derica for you.
We weren't doing vlogs at the time. We started doing vlogs on the Disney Magic in 2018. But the kind of the highlights of that we thought was funny was we went to walk to the Queen's Staircase. And we had heard, and we also got a letter in our...
That's a workout.
in our rooms, warning us about being careful about your surroundings when you're in Nassau, and make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Well, I mean, it's not too far when you think about it to the Queen's Staircase, but it had been a while since I had been, and we were spooked. And when we went down the main street that took us to that, it looked kind of like an alley. But Greg was all freaking out. It was
an alley, basically.
And all of our senses were heightened. So anything like we saw, we were like...
we weren't spastic about it.
We must have looked like
all of our senses were heightened.
Our eyes were probably...
Oh, yes.
As we were like walking through
we weren't like a deer in headlights. I think we'd be spooking everybody else walking like this.
And then we went from the Queen's Staircase. We went down and we had wanted to go through in front of the government house.
Hey, the Traveling Gilberts, welcome.
Welcome. In front of the government house, I think I just said.
You did say that.
They have a statue of Christopher Columbus. So we wanted to take a picture of that. And there was a guy asking us who was following behind us. And he said, where are you guys going?
Nope.
And we said, we're good. He goes, well, we're going to the government house. He goes, okay, you're going the right way. And we're like looking behind us again with our eyes probably like
he
that.
He was probably doing that. I wasn't doing that. Wow. Talk about dramatic.
And so,
hey, Bob and Ashley, welcome.
Welcome, guys. And then we went to the straw market. Our first experience of Nassau was we were a little bit...
I didn't really care for the straw market really too much.
Yeah, I think we were too high strung to really.
The Queen steps were cool. They're very wet. They're very wet steps, and they do. I think they do have a railing on the side. It's a very steep hill. I don't know how many steps there are.
I can't remember anymore.
It's easier going up than it is coming down because you really have to take your time and put one foot in front of the other slowly, because if you take one false step and you fall, it's game over. You're going to be rolling down with black and blues all over you. So it would not be a pretty sight.
Yeah. And the other thing that we experienced was we didn't get a chance to go on Castaway Cay until later. So we had booked a couple of different excursions.
Yeah, they had a storm that came in.
Storm. We were eventually able to get on the island, but we didn't really have time to do like the snorkeling. I think we had a couple.
They had everything shut. You couldn't really. All you could really do is get off the boat, walk around the island, shop a little bit, if that, and then that's really it. All the excursion stuff was closed because it was too late already.
But even in that short time, Castaway Cay is an amazing private island, and we were excited about experiencing it truly for the first real time with some of the other like excursions and that. Raphael, you guys, a joke in there is that as they were Alana was getting ready for her baby to be due.
Their baby
my
to
hint
do?
For them as the name was Derica. Unfortunately, Derica didn't make it on the list, but they did make it probably a better name, and her name is Valencia. So
well, that's a better name than Derica. I'm sorry.
Derica is unique,
to say the least.
Yeah, so now I changed my cat's name to Derica.
You did not.
Yes, it is.
We have 4 cats, 3 inside and 1 outside.
Also part of this cruise, it was a Halloween cruise. So we had a chance to experience Halloween.
Yeah, that's fun.
Ship.
Actually taped the whole thing. The first night they have a special story with the Halloween tree that slowly comes to life. And then the last night I taped the rest of it where it comes to life and blooms the pumpkins that light up, and the groundskeeper, it was a she in this case, she finishes her story. She actually looked like what's her name that did Ursula's voice? Something Carol. I can't remember her first name.
I don't remember. I thought it looked like the guy in Disneyland's Haunted Mansion, the guy that's shaking. That's what it reminded me.
Pat Carroll, that's her name.
I would say what we liked about it with kind of just shortening it because we do have 4 other cruises to talk about. Being on a Disney cruise was amazing. It was our first Disney cruise so far. I would say that was our favorite Disney
that
ship.
made it extra special being the first cruise.
Yeah.
You know, and going on it together, being Disney, that was awesome. And Halloween too.
Being surprised when you walk on the ship and they call you out your name, but I messed up. We didn't, because remember, we didn't know that you had to give them the name, so we kind of just walked in to the room because they said my last name, and I thought it was for me, but I realized it was for the family that was in front of me. So we just kind of walked on in, and they're clapping, and we weren't introduced.
Well, didn't they say the Rodriguez?
Yes, but that was for the family in front of us.
Well, just say it counted for us this time. It's fine.
But I would say the things that we
Josh Odom, welcome. You're not late.
Never late. The ship is beautiful. We've been on balcony ships for rooms for every cruise that we've been on. I would say what we wished we would do differently were two things. One, take the time to explore the ship, because it was over so fast. We were like, afterwards, we were finding out things that were part of the ship.
Well, when we do the dream again, which we will, and we have to, because we have to get, our dream ship signed on the picture. We would like to do a back-to-back where you can go to Castaway Cay twice. So
currently the dream only does 3 and 4 night excursions or trips. Sometimes it will do a 5 night, but for the most part, it's 3 and 4 nights is what it does.
Well, back-to-back would be a cool experience because
so you can have 7 nights.
They make you have to get off the ship, but you leave your stuff there for security purposes, and then you get back on the ship. So that would be an interesting procedure of how they do that and stuff too. We've never done that before.
And I would say to this day, of the other Disney ships, still we would say the Disney Dream has been our favorite, but I think that's probably because that was the first Disney ship we've been on. If we went on the Disney Fantasy first, we would have probably said that was our favorite ship.
I will say the Disney Dream and then the Disney Fantasy are gorgeous ships.
They are.
The Magic was nice. They redid it and stuff. Some things that happen I wasn't too keen on, especially for Disney, but they were still busy, trying to make things nice while guests were there. I don't think they realized what they were doing at certain times was causing interference with movies and stuff. So, but I would probably say the Magic would be my least favorite, but the Fantasy is gorgeous and the Dream is a gorgeous too.
Raphael's Ganos, that's their favorite one, the Disney Magic. The cool thing about the Disney Magic, it travels to places that the other Disney ships don't. So in addition to the Caribbean cruise, it will go up to Canada, and it also goes into Europe. Well, it's the only Disney ships that do that.
The only thing I wouldn't like about it is that you'd have to go to Nassau twice. Because on the Dream,
stay on the ship.
Yeah, Nassau is my least favorite port. Although we did have fun last time we went to Senor Frogs. That was pretty cool. If we were going to go twice, one of those times I would like to go to the Atlantis area. I would make sure I had the money for that. That's the only thing I want to do in that area. Other than that, I'm kind of done with Nassau.
There's a few things I want to do in Nassau still.
I just don't know what else there is to do.
There's Grey Cliff. So Grey Cliff, you can make chocolate. It's Grey Cliff chocolate.
That sounds fun.
There's also there's a rum distillery, and I can't think of the name off the top of my head, but it's walking distance from the dock.
That sounds fun.
And there's also a Pirates Museum, and that's walking distance too.
Those are things to look forward to. But other than that, I think I'd be done with Nassau.
Yeah.
With Atlantis also.
Bob and Ashley said 8 nights would be perfect length. Yep. I agree.
Welcome, Mary Ellen Shaw.
Welcome. And then I saw another one. We did back-to-back. Just Taser Travel, 7 nights each.
I just read that.
You booked the same cabin for both cruises. Yeah. That would be very important, definitely. Yeah.
Unless you want to switch and go to a different view or whatever. I don't know. I think it's when I the same room.
While we're in the... It's
you didn't set your timer.
And
ding, ding, ding.
So this is my headset, which if you're new to us, we like to...
Which your headset, I think, is over there, but that's fine.
No, it's not. I think it's in the other room.
No, it's
So
over there.
we like to. It is. So Greg, do you know the
Yes,
Spotlight channel?
it is over there. I don't know because you kept me in the dark with it. Once again.
All you have to do is look at the screen to see who it is. All right. So we like to give a shout out as
I
we've
don't
been
see who's on the
starting
screen.
with our
Oh,
channel.
cool.
Especially in our first year, we really got support from a lot of channels to help us grow. And our years since then, we've decided to give it back and promote other channels to show some love. At this time, if you guys are a channel that offers that is a creator, please put that in the comments. And those of you who are looking for great content, definitely please check out these other channels on there. There's so many channels which are producing great products. What are you laughing?
We actually both are in pajama bottoms. We're very comfortable.
Exactly. That's how we roll on the West Coast. Come on, guys. Oops.
No need to wear denim pants. I mean, it gets too warm. So,
Mimu said just about to go on the NCL Bliss next March. You will love that ship. That was definitely one of my favorite ships that we've been on. So we are going to share who our partner channel is. And as I work,
all the creators are saying creators.
So our Spotlight channel, I believe I'm sharing it. Am I sharing it?
Yes, is none other than Josh Odom.
So help him out. Josh Odom is really just starting. 152 subscribers. He has, I believe, 24 videos. Let's see if it shows it in the about. And
it's actually 5:33 here, Raphael.
Yeah, we're a little bit early.
We just lounge around in pajama bottoms. It's very comfortable.
So Josh Odom, I was recently, today or yesterday, I was watching his Perfect Day at Coco Cay, and we're going to be going on the Symphony of the Seas as part of a group cruise in September. So we were watching his video.
No Speedos, Blaine.
To really, Speedos will be making an appearance.
No, they won't.
So
they're on the hanger over there.
His video to help give us some ideas. So Josh, thank you so much for releasing that, because that did help us. And if you guys haven't already, please support Josh and let's get him up to 1,000. The goal is to get everyone up to 1,000 and keep growing from that. So Josh, thank you for your friendship. We met you before we went on the Disney Fantasy Cruise at the ship show.
He walked around with us in Disney Springs, almost to downtown Disney. It is downtown Disney to us, but it's Disney Springs, and that was a lot of fun getting to know him and talk and everything, so that was cool.
Yeah, so we had a great time meeting Josh.
And Mary Ellen Shaw, we will not be walking around in Walmart or a store in our PJs.
Yeah, no.
I just don't see the reason to wear jeans if you're not going to go anywhere. Just wear sweats or pajama bottoms.
Yes.
I didn't know this would be a big subject. Wow. Look what you started, Pepper Tree Villa.
What did they say?
They're the ones that started the comment.
Orlando guy, Richard,
it's
welcome.
Okay.
Does the Symphony of the Seas have a cigar lounge like the Epic? If I remember looking at the deck plans, I think today I saw a cigar shop, but I'm not 100% sure, but I think there was one. Maybe if someone else knows who's been on it, if you can let us know.
Thank you, Wanda.
At least on an Oasis. If it's on the Harmony and you've been on an Oasis class ship, I'm pretty sure that you would know if it has one or not. So our second cruise that we went on was...
Thank you, Charlie. You make me feel so much better with that now. He was wearing pajama bottoms also. So he's not the only one. At least they're wearing
something. That's all I say.
Oh, my gosh.
Our next cruise was on the Disney Magic. And we went for our friend's 50th birthday. And
no speed house.
And it was still only a 5-night cruise. But a 5-night cruise was better than a 3-night cruise. And it was on the Disney Magic. We went on the other one. We went out of Port Canaveral, which was a dream. This one we went out of the Port of Miami.
Miami.
You've got style.
For those of you that have seen Golden Girls, you'll get that.
It was from March 23rd, 2018 to March 28th, 2018. The highlights of that...
There you go, Raphael.
The highlights of that trip... gosh, I'm trying to remember where we went. We went to... we only went to, on that one, we went to Key West. which I really liked Key West. We went to Nassau and we went to Castaway Cay again, which was Disney's private island. Our PJ pants and Speedos at Walmart.
Kevin Brubaker. I work at home too most of the time, and I'm in my pajama bottoms, so I understand.
Raphael, thank you for joining us. Tell Valencia, Little Explorer and Big Explorer, give her a hug for us. Dina Cruising Life. I don't know if we said hello to her. I think we did. Bakersfield native. She's super close to us. The Orlando
guy, welcome.
About 2 hours north or south of us. So welcome, Dina.
Wow, the Orlando guy. He knows his Golden Girls music. See, that's the line you can never remember, but I know it.
I'm terrible with lyrics. That's why.
Because you only listen to the music. You don't listen to the lyrics.
I used to play keyboard, so I'm more in tune to the voices being like an instrument sound rather than to actually what they're saying.
That's one of the funniest episodes, Orlando guy.
Key West. Our learnings from Key West. Definitely, it's one of the ports that I wanted to go again. I wish we would have realized we needed, because ways we couldn't get in.
We couldn't see the six-toed cats.
Polydactyls. And I raised my not selfie stick, but whatever, the tripod stick over the fence.
They weren't out there.
There was no cats out there.
How was that? How'd you say it? There were no cats out there.
But you needed money, cash to get in there. But it was fun to see the 0 mile marker, which is where Highway 1, I believe Highway 1, is that what it was?
Yep.
Where it starts. We had fun. Definitely in the future we would like to spend time more in Key West exploring. I still want to go to Sloppy Joe's. There's other
Flamingo
things.
Pan will be in Key West Sunday.
Oh, awesome. And then also it's where they had the first Margaritaville.
I just like seeing the water's blue. I mean, it was really nice. I like
especially by the ship, but it was really windy that day.
By the what? You said ship. Okay.
They have the southernmost point marker, which was pretty cool. It was pretty busy out there.
There was an actual line for that. And here we are. Let's just stand right here. Take our picture real quick. Okay, we're done. So we got it done real quick.
Clay says, I wonder why Walmart kicked me out the other night. I looked down and realized I forgot I was a nude.
Oh my gosh. They'd be taking you to jail if you were doing that.
It's Walmart. They won't do anything.
Oh my gosh. That's horrible.
I'm always afraid that I'm going to get up one morning and forgot my shorts on the way to the gym. I almost did that the other day. We were on the cruise, weren't we?
What?
We were on the cruise and I almost walked out in my underwear.
I don't remember that.
And you said, are you going to put on shorts? And I was in my underwear.
I don't remember that, but okay.
I do remember that.
On the ship?
I was trying to hurry up and get to the buffet. I think I needed
wow, I guess you were hungry.
I needed my third breakfast. So the Magic. The Magic had just come out of dry dock for about 3 weeks. And it was they were still doing rehab on it, refurbishment.
When we were sailing, they were changing carpeting out. They were drilling something. They were what?
Painting.
Oh. So they were drilling something. We were watching Black Panther, and we heard this brrr kind of noise. I'm like, that's not part of the movie, is it? And I let it go. And then it happened again. I'm like, yeah, this is
like
part
a
of the movie.
Hammer.
I'm like, do they realize that we can all hear this right now? So that was the first and only time I've seen Black Panther. I do need to watch it again without the drilling noise.
And then
the Rapunzel's, the new Rapunzel's royal table.
Tangle, yeah.
Yeah, royal table.
Yeah, that's it.
And it's a lot of purple.
It was fun.
I will just say.
That was my favorite restaurant on the Disney
It was,
Magic.
and they had a cool show, dinner and a show. That was a lot of fun.
One of the things that took me back, though, like even on our deck, there was rust on the deck, like in certain spots. Not a lot. Don't hate me. Not like a Carnival ship, because we saw the Carnival.
Well,
I'm not sure
Carnival,
but we saw it across from us on the Disney
we sure
Fantasy.
did.
I can't remember what the name of it is. You'll see it in the vlogs when they come out. But the Disney Fantasy was released, or they sailed on the same year. Our ship looked immaculate, and theirs had rust stains all over the hull, and we were shocked by it. So the Disney Magic, they were even though it was only, we expected it was a 3-week dry dock. Maybe that's a little bit too much for it to be done quickly,
but
it was there was some rust spots on it.
some rust butts. Okay. But to be fair, when we were on the Bliss, I almost said Disney Bliss, but on the Norwegian Bliss, we actually were at port and the Magic was right by us, and the Magic didn't look too well that time. So I think they were trying to touch it up.
Yeah,
so
I think they're
it's a give and
stripping down
take
the paint.
kind of a thing. It's not always gonna look good 100% because the ocean saltwater will eat away at paint and stuff.
It's mean. And traveling Gilberts, we caught a cab as soon as we got off the ship and went straight to the southernmost point. No crowd. Then walked back down Duval, which was a very smart idea. That would be something to do. So we did like the Magic. It was the cool thing about the difference between the Disney Magic and the Disney Dream. We went on 2 different class ships. So we went on the Disney Magic, which was Disney's very first ship, which they launched, if my mind serves me right, 1998. It was in the Dream was built around 2009, I think. I could be wrong on these dates, but it's a little bit bigger ship, and it has a couple more things that the Magic doesn't. We did feel, maybe because we sailed on the Dream first, I prefer the bigger ships. I think Greg does too. But
yes, I do.
I would still say the Dream
was brought to you by D&G Explorers.
I would still say I like the Disney Dream or the Disney Magic. And then we went.
Well, I like the Magic, but it's not my favorite.
No.
And we haven't done the Wonder yet, and I really don't think that's gonna be my favorite.
We decided sorry, Mickey Mouse. We and we went to Norwegian. And I remember at the time we were afraid that we were not going to like NCO because we had said that we would never cruise anything other than Disney. Now it's interesting now, knowing what I know about cruising, there's a lot of knocks against Disney with the cost and the kids on there. But so we weren't sure if we're hearing noise. It's the neighbors.
Are they singing?
I don't know. They're probably, it's Mardi Gras celebration late here on the West Coast. So when we went on, sorry, did I say the NCL Escape? We went on the NCL Bliss. The NCL Bliss, we went from 12/1/2018 to 12/8/2018. It was our first 7-night cruise. We love 7-night cruises. Why are you looking like all
I'm trying to read them, so I'm not always looking at my phone.
Oh, gotcha. Cool thing on that, we did meet Jeremy from Taser Travel on that cruise. We met a lot of YouTubers actually on that channel.
Why aren't these moving?
Because you have to go scroll it up. That's about as far as it goes.
I'll just look at my phone.
Yeah.
Well, it says new comments. And
yeah,
not moving.
So that was cool to meet. That was the first time we actually met some different YouTubers on there, cruising YouTubers. So that was fun. The NCL Bliss went out of Miami, and it visited for the first time. We visited St. Thomas, Tortuga, and Nassau. And we were like, okay, are we ever going to cruise without visiting Nassau?
Yeah,
but we
that was when we went to Senor Frogs.
No, that was
the Bliss.
Did we? Yeah, you're right. Sorry, you're right. We did visit Senor Frogs because we weren't going to do anything on the ship, and then we let's go just visit the port. We were going to get some. We always say it wrong. Conch. It's conch, right? I think it's conch.
Conch or something.
I think it's conch.
I have to be really careful when I say that word because I'm going to get in trouble. We're talking about.
We went to have it specifically at Senor Frogs. It was sold out, but even then, we had a good time. We did vlog that one.
Bob and Ashley said it's conch.
That's what I thought. With a K.
I thought it was a KONCH.
Yeah, but they pronounced it with a K.
That's interesting.
We vlogged the Disney Magic. We vlogged the Disney Bliss, and every cruise since then. We just didn't vlog the Disney Dream. That was the only cruise we didn't vlog.
But we did finally have some conch somewhere. I thought it was a Margaritaville, but it was not anything like what
It was on the Escape.
Senor Frog would have had, I'm sure.
That was one of our
because they're known for that.
That was one of our most disappointing meals. That
Yeah,
we had,
it wasn't the best,
especially since we had to pay for it. And
the bar was closed.
Exactly.
Why is the rum gone?
We had a great time in St. Thomas. We went up to Paradise Point. We had the first time the Bushwhacker
on the gondola.
We had the Paradise.
That was a scary gondola. I'm sorry.
When they got the rum punch, Paradise Rum Punch.
Mm-hmm.
So that was fun to do that. They had a Pirates Museum down below where we met Jack Sparrow's brother.
Yeah, conch fritters, Bob.
Conch fritters.
It's conch. C-O-N-C-H.
No, everyone's saying conch. It's spelled conch, but it's spelled.
I don't know. But I know what he means. They're fritters.
Yes. And then we also went to Tortuga, and we did a open bus tour that there was no sides to it. You could literally fall out. But we did
Wait, what's this?
On Tortuga, on the bus, the open bus tour.
Oh, yeah.
It's
that
just
one.
like a tram, basically.
And the windy roads. Oh, my
roads.
gosh.
But that was one of our funnest excursions we've ever done. We went to a 400-year-old rum distillery called Calwood Rum Distillery.
Yeah.
And we had a little bit of dilly-dilly.
400 years old, too.
Yeah, I think for like $2, we had like 4 shots.
It was really strong, though.
One of them was called the Panty Dropper.
And the Shipwreck, I think, was strong, too.
That was, but we got that at the Tortuga Rum Shop. That was in Nassau. This other one was...
No, these little things. Yeah. There was one over there it's over there on
that's what we got
bar thing.
That's what we got at the Tortuga Rum Shop.
Okay.
So the Panty Dropper was a sweeter one that had sugarcane in it, and that was by far the best. And the reason why they call it, well, you can figure out why they call it the Panty Dropper, but that was great. We enjoyed that. The Bliss was amazing. What?
I was reading a comment and I'll just leave it alone.
There's a lot of differences between an NCL ship and a Dizney ship. So as we get more experience with our cruising and our 2 NCL cruises and also the Dizney cruises, the main thing, if you like cruising, there's things you will like on different ships.
Each cruise ship has something special and different to offer, exactly. Really.
And when we go on cruising,
it's hard to compare.
We are more excited to experience something new because on our next cruise,
hey, Debbie Emanuel, welcome,
Sacramento.
She can guess why they call it a Panty Dropper.
We are going on the Symphony of the Seas on Royal Caribbean.
That's the biggest ship in the world. I'll be surprised if we can see even half of that ship.
We have the Carnival Panorama in February at 2020, and we're also going to have some other Pero DJ, Life with Favor, Midlife Crazy, some other different channels are going to be on there with us. And then we are going on the Norwegian Encore in Alaska. So our next 3 cruises are non-Disney
next year,
and we're looking forward to experiencing something different because every cruise line does something a little bit different. So we're excited about it. But the NCL Bliss, I would tell you, I was amazed by it.
There's Nancy,
and I loved it. Greg, your thoughts on it?
On the Bliss, the Bliss was fun. I liked that they had the mojito bar because I could drink mojitos all day long. It's just like water, and that's the part that's scary. Excuse me. They had the bartender there. They actually call him the Chocolate Cowboy because he was African American and he wore a chocolate hat. He wore.
And Greg tasted that chocolate hat and says, "We won't go there."
He wore a cowboy hat, and that was the one where everybody ordered like 8 of the drink that I had to say, "Can I have 8 spank my asses?" Because that's what the drink was called. It was kind of different and weird for me to be asking for something like that, but he's looked at me. He's like, "Okay." So everyone was like, "Yes, they're really strong." So it was a lot of fun. The mojito bar, I love. They have different flavors of mojitos there.
Greg loves mojitos. Kevin Brubaker said they're looking to go to Lagoon, which, if I remember right, is in Nassau. I hear a lot of people like that. In fact, that's one of the most places that people recommend when they mention Nassau, even more so than Atlantis. But Atlantis is really expensive. Our coming up on our last cruises, we actually had the drink package on the Bliss. That's the only cruise we had the drink package.
Mike Wheeler.
And I think we
funny.
I think we partook pretty frequently with the drink package from the NCL Bliss.
Yeah, I don't.
One night was a little bit too much. We don't usually drink. Usually we're under control, and usually it's like one and done.
We were under control, but I mean, we were making use of the drink package, that's for sure. But yeah. I don't know if I would ever do a drink package again, because I don't know if I would make use of it that much. I think it might be cheaper just to pay as you go type of a thing. And you can't upgrade it, can you? During like the cruise, you can't say,
sure you could.
"Oh, I want to get the drink package." But yeah, but it's probably going to be more expensive than it would have been to get before the cruise started.
Yeah, and we will talk about our experience that we posted on our Facebook page on the Disney Fantasy coming up. But we're winding up to about an hour, so let's kind of go through the next cruise that we went on. We went with my mom on the NCL Escape, and we were excited to go on our first non-Caribbean cruise. We went out of New York, which was very emotional to sail by the Statue of Liberty
and the Freedom Tower.
Yes,
but just the whole area.
Whole experience was the best port that we've sailed out of.
And I was born in New York, upstate New York, but I don't remember it. So to go back to the state where I was born was awesome for me as well. And where most of my family is from. So that was very, emotional too.
We went up into Canada. We were looking to go, because we went for the dates. It was actually my birthday cruise. And the cruise ended on my birthday. So it was September 22nd through September 29th. Our hope was to see the changing of the seasons when the leaves change. Which was really cool because we did start seeing that it can be hit and miss depending when you go.
But what we did see was really pretty.
It was
a lot of good colors.
We went to Portland, Maine, which we had a fun time. We're actually releasing vlogs on those now, so if you haven't checked those out, please check those out. We went to Bar Harbor, which I am working on a vlog for that. I think Greg agrees with this. This is probably our favorite port that we've ever been to. I would equate it to,
aside from Castaway Cay,
that I would equate it to the Carmel in California. It would be the East Coast Carmel. It's a beautiful city, and if you guys haven't had a chance to go to Bar Harbor, if it's one of your places to visit, definitely there's a lot of stuff, cool things to do on there. Then we went into Canada, and we went to, it's a long name, it's St. John's Bay of Fundy in New Brunswick. We had fun there, and then we also ended the tours. There was 4 days in a row, which I didn't particularly like.
Yeah, Bob said, isn't it Bahaba?
Bahaba. We ended up
you didn't like Halifax?
Yeah, we ended up, I didn't like the fact that there was no day of rest between it. We had a day at sea.
It was bam, bam,
4 days in a row of visiting places, and then we had a day at sea, and then we were back into port.
Well, and no, I think Jim's contagious with his voice cracking from yesterday. The sad thing about all of those ports is that every single one of them, we heard a story of, there was a fire
and the city burned down
back in the day, and the city burnt down, and they learned from that, and then they started building their buildings out of brick. And I mean, it's not funny because it's horrible what happened, but it was just, I'm like, wow, 4 ports, and all 4 of them had major fires or major explosions, and where 2 ships collided and basically obliterated whoever was around. That was horrible.
That was in Halifax.
That was sad to hear.
At the time, it was the strongest explosion before the Hiroshima bombs went off. Blaine, the only thing New York needs is a better team than the Buffalo Bills. The Bills are going to be even stronger this next year, so just wait. Mark my word on that. So we love the Escape. They went on the same cruise as us. Kevin and Frank from Cruising with Wills. They were awesome. they actually have some clout apparently, and we kind of laughed when they said they told NCL that we were vloggers and to treat us like VIPs, and we kind of laughed. Okay, guys, yeah, haha. But as you'll see in the vlogs, if you haven't already been watching them, we were treated ridiculously well, with from chocolates to wine at there. It was overwhelming. We felt that we didn't always feel that it was justified for us. We're just D&G Explorers, but it was special because, especially for us traveling with my mom, for her to experience it and for us to be treated like that, it was awesome. The Escape was an amazing cruise. So everyone's going to have a different experience. I know there's people that knock NCL.
It was fun. It was awesome. Even if we didn't have all of that free stuff and we weren't,
it would have been,
we weren't given that treatment, I still would have had a fun time.
The staff of the Escape is better. Is it trained? The Bliss wasn't as well organized and like had it like down. The Escape had everything down. They were good. So the NCL Escape was an amazing cruise. We just recently went on a Star Wars Day at Sea cruise
on the Disney Fantasy. That was an amazing, awesome
experience,
extraordinary, awesome cruise.
Those vlogs will be following just after we get done with the NCL Escape vlogs. We had an awesome time. The Disney Fantasy is an awesome.
It's a gorgeous ship inside.
It is. We posted a lot on Facebook on our D&G Explorers page. Greg posted on his page. I think I posted on mine. But the ship is beautiful. We went out of Port Canaveral and we visited for the first time. It was an Western Caribbean cruise. We went to
Cozumel, Mexico,
where we got to see Chichen Itza, my favorite word, Chichen Itza, the pyramids.
Went to Grand Caymans and we went to Jamaica.
Went to Falmouth, Jamaica, and then we went to Disney's Private Island, Castaway Cay. So a great time on the Disney Fantasy.
Oh, awesome Disney nerd herds. They would want to meet us either at Portland or Bar Harbor. That'd be cool.
Oh, thank you, Debbie. She says, of course, you two deserve the VIP treatment.
Thank you.
It's kind of interesting. When we went on the 2 Disney ships,
it felt like we didn't. Like, I'm not used to being treated that way.
Yeah.
So
when we were on the 2 Disney ships, we were afraid of what to expect on an NCL ship. But for me personally, after we went on to the 2 NCL ships, I was afraid.
Have a good night, Nautical Nurse Nancy. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Thanks for your support.
I was afraid that I wouldn't like Disney as much as I had before I had sailed on the NCL, because our 2 experiences with the Bliss and the Escape were so good. I was thinking, wow, will I like a Disney ship as much? Which, if you look at it, it doesn't offer as much as a NCL ship.
Chicken pizza,
and that's what they use for Chichen Itza.
Oh,
but I will tell you, I was just as happy to be on a Disney Fantasy, and we had a blast on the Disney Fantasy.
I love Disney service to begin with. I think they're the best by none. You know, everybody else strives to be like Disney.
Night, Josh.
Have a good night, Josh. But it was a lot of fun. The one thing we didn't get to do, and it's more for kids, but you know, we're big kids, and it's something fun to do to pass the time. They had a whole detective thing where you pull out a piece of paper and a pencil, and it has like all these different scenarios, and you pick the one you want on the screen. And I did the Muppets one, so they set everything up for you, and then you go around the ship, and you're supposed to stand on this little circle platform thing and hold up the paper, and it makes it play on the screen.
But they're in front of like art on the wall.
It's kind of like what Walt Disney World does with those little cards. The picture comes to life, and they talk to you and give you hints, and you're supposed to find out like who did whatever it is that they did. And we never did it, but I actually really wanted to do that for some reason. It looked like a lot of fun. I saw adults and kids doing it. So,
and then the on Star Wars
next time
they had the porgs. that they had a special porgs showing for that, and we didn't get a chance to do that too, which would have
Oh,
been
the porg
fun.
where you get a free porg?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was fun to do that.
The Star Wars Day at Sea was awesome.
Star Wars Day at Sea. We had fun. We had our dinner mates that we met on the ship.
Yeah,
we were like two peas in the pod.
That
with
was
them.
an awesome takeaway. Having made new friends and having so much in common.
Yeah.
Having the same reservations on the same night for the same place and everything. Which, you know, they did their thing, we did ours, but they were like directly in back of us. So of course we went and said hi afterwards. We took pictures and stuff for them. We didn't ignore them. We feel like we've known them for a while, and it was just an awesome time getting to know them, and we're staying in contact with them, and we'll sail with them again sometime soon.
Yeah. Our next cruises we are going on, we'll be back into the Caribbean. We're going to visit St. Martin for the first time. It's our group cruise. So we have a few people going with us. We have, then after that, we are going to the West Coast. We're West Coast people, and we've never sailed on. So after that, we'll be going into Mexico. And then we're also going up into Alaska. So by the end of summer of 2021, we've already gone up to Canada, Caribbean, and then we'll be hitting the West Coast. So we'll basically be covering all the waters.
Do a whole 360.
Exactly. So we're excited about the cruises that we have planned. We hope you guys follow us.
Hey Ben,
welcome. So that's kind of what we have going on. That's where we have been so far. We hope you guys found it a little bit interesting in terms of where we've been.
And I will, just thinking about it now, I will say that never in my life did I think I would do half of the stuff that Derick and I have done, especially with YouTube, going on trips, you know, seeing the world, going to places and stuff. I never thought I would be doing any of that stuff. So it's really awesome to have the opportunity to be able to do that and have a job that, you know,
allows us to do that.
Sustains income to live off of and save and go places and stuff. I definitely don't take any of it for granted. I just never thought I'd be able to do any of this stuff. So it's awesome. And I get to do it with my best friend. So I love that we're able to do all this.
It's a blast. Upcoming next we have I am working on the Bar Harbor Escape vlogs. So we're still pretty early in the cruise. I figure we have about 2 more months worth of those ones. We also, in the meantime, will be working on the likes and dislikes of the other 3 ships that we've been on since we've done the likes and dislikes of the NCL Bliss. So we're going to be doing the Disney Magic, the NCL Escape, and the Disney Fantasy. And we'll give our opinion on it. And when it comes down to it, I know.
Brought to you by D&G Explorers.
When we, at the end of those 4 videos, we will say who we like better. Will it be NCL? Will it be Disney?
Ben has been lurking in the background.
Oh, that's Ben.
That sounds a little creepy, Ben.
He's watching us to get ready for the penguin slap.
I know. We'll expect a penguin slap text sometime soon, I'm sure.
We also are part of 5 Foolish Mortals. So along with Jim from More Sunshine Plays, Ben from Puppetry Villa on here. He's PTV2. Also Charlie from the Disney Nerd Herders. We on Ben's channel, the Puppetry Villa, we did our latest
Disney
our
trivia.
4th. It was episode number 4.
I thought it was 5.
4 because all of us have hosted once.
Yeah.
We will be hosting it next, and it's going to be on, like I said, on our channel.
Oh, it's coming back to our channel. Oh, fun.
And we're looking for early April for us to do it.
We don't have a subject or topic yet, but we will be
working on
work thinking of one. Maybe we'll have a revenge trivia game towards Ben and see if he can answer our questions.
And then we will be meeting Puppetry Villa because they're not too far from us. We're going to be meeting them up in a couple of weeks in Santa Cruz. We are going to meet them on the beach boardwalk, have some fun there a couple of weeks. So that should be fun. The 14th, I think, is when we're going to meet them. So that is only about 3.
Just for lunch, and then Derek said, "Why don't we go to Santa Cruz for lunch? Maybe a couple rides, some laughs,
Just a
walk
chance
around,
to
have fun, get out of the area."
Had a chance to hang out with our buddies and just have a good time over there.
Yes, Pepper Tree Revenge trivia.
And also, we are part of, we're one of the channels in thelifeplace.com, which is Dean. We were guests, or actually it was me, guest last night on the 5th Gate on thelifeplace.com, which is episodes with RobFuz and Jim for More Sunshine, Please. It's if Disney World built a 5th park, what would it look like? So I was able to be on last night and offer my opinion of what I would like to see in terms of a ride. So if you haven't watched that, it's thelifeplace.com. Also, that's YouTube is the name of the channel. But also, if you go to the website, it lists all the channels which are family friendly, so you guys can get some good content on there for that.
Pepper Tree Villa said yes, the Giant Dipper. I might have to bring a back brace for that ride.
It's fun though,
because if you don't have back issues before, you might have them after, or you might not need to see a chiropractor after because it might adjust your back. So
they have chocolate covered bacon, which we have to do something with that.
Yeah, and they have those huge donuts. Remember, we bought I think one donut, and it was so big that we shared it.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a lot of sugar.
They have like the
kind of like what Jim had yesterday, but I mean, this thing was
it like
humongous.
A French fry on a stick? It kind of like circled.
Oh, that's different. That was like the like the garlic French fries, or like the seasoned fries, where they twirl it around a stick and you eat it off the stick.
Yeah, it was good.
That was like cholesterol city right there.
So we'll have fun with those guys. We can't wait for that. And anything else, Greg, that we're missing? Support channels. Thank you so much for joining us. All the moderators, thank you. We appreciate all the support.
Paxaki, or however you say it.
Potchki, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but they're way bigger. It's like a round donut with the whole. Just think of like the Simpsons donut with the guy holding the donut. But I mean, it was bigger than my hand. So.
All right, Greg, is that everything?
That's it.
All right.
For watching the cruise video and talking about the different ships we've been on.
Remember, Dizney is on the Disney side. For the cruising side, we have the ship show. Let them know.
Have a good night, Wanda.
We the Big Little Explorer invasion. And Wanda, have an awesome cruise tomorrow.
Yes, I hope you're packed.
For you. She said she was going to be packing as she was watching our show tonight.
I know. I hope she got everything. Don't forget anything. Make a checklist.
All right, guys. Again, thank you so much. Until next week, premiere video should hopefully be coming out this week. And again, I'm Derick.
I'm Greggory.
If you forget our names, I'm Little Explorer.
I'm the Explorer.
And as Walt Disney once said,
we are just getting started.
Have a great night, everyone.
Night.
Konnichiwa. Domo arigato.
Full
Avida se.
Jai jai.
Dos vidania. Prospero on you.
Stop.